Right. I haven't a clue what happened then. Yeah. Here we are. And it would help if I spelled false right. Yeah. Okay. Now, is it live? Okay, I have to check on my phone to see if it's coming through. Oh. Okay, where are we? YouTube and Electrosound, and looks like we're live. Yeah. Okay. It was scheduled for 4 o'clock, but it didn't start at 4 o'clock. It started at 4 minutes past 4. Oh, okay. All right. So here we are. Anyway, we're only a couple of minutes late. Yep. So, yep. This radio here is giving me grief. I fixed it probably about 2 years ago, and I got it out. Why did I get it out? Oh, that's right. I'm clearing out the garage, and I'm going to sell this off because this was just languishing in the garage. It's not in particularly brilliant condition on top. It's all rusty and everything like that. And yeah, so, and I can't remember whether it was working properly or not, or whether I just put it away in disgust. I have another one which does work, and it's been badly sort of repaired, but it does work beautifully. And yeah, so, and everything on this one is fine, and this one is wired up. Well, it is now, but it's wired up identically, and none of the resistors are dead or open or anything like that. They all sort of measure reasonably okay. The electrolytics are the right way round. These are all soldered in properly, and yeah, it was making it just a horrible hum. So yeah, and then I have fixed a little bit by moving these connections over here and doing a direct connection there. But yeah, it's still humming quite a bit. It's not humming, it's humming probably about half of what it was before, but now there's no stations coming through. So I don't know what is wrong with it. Oh, we'll just move it out the way. So I'm pretty sure this is the aerial, but there's no continuity between there and where the aerial, I think, comes in. So, yeah. So just this wire just disappears down into the chassis. Okay. So, move that out the way very carefully because my back is killing me at the moment. Yeah, okay. So here's the subject of today's adventure or misadventure. Now I picked this up a few weeks ago at the auction. No, it wasn't. It didn't belong to him, but it's not in particularly good condition, and it was much, much dirtier than this. It opens up like this, so the bottom comes off of it, and the speaker is down in there. It takes 3 AAA batteries, but the terminals are pretty disgusting. So I'll just connect it up directly to the power. There's 3, I don't know whether you can see down there, there's 3, can't bring you any closer. I think I might be able to, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, there's 3 screws down inside there. I've actually managed to find the schematic, and I've got all the capacitors out, so I don't have to get up and down all the time. Otherwise you'd hear me wincing. That is pretty bad actually, that corrosion on there. I haven't tried it, but or did I? I think I might have tried it and it's not working. So we'll explore it. Looks like that comes off down there. Is that? Yep. Oh, okay. So here's our battery, our speaker. And it's got a big hole in it around there. It's been ripped by a previous person. Yeah, it's a Pioneer. This has been worked on before. Yeah, there's a wire which isn't soldered on properly. So it could be anything. Okay, where's the leads for the... I should have turned that on before, shouldn't I? Okay. And it would help to turn the laptop on so I can change cameras easily. Right. Now, some leads. Okay. Okay, I'll just log into this machine. Okay. Yes, so I hurt my back. I was working on a big amplifier and it came up probably above, well, level with the shelf, the top shelf here, which is, now I've got to wait for this, there it goes, and this takes absolutely ages to start up, so it would, okay, right, yeah, so if we have a look here, you can see where this is, and up here we've got a shelf, and we've got the one of the oscilloscopes up there. We've got the other oscilloscope down here as he disconnects the camera. Yeah, so we've got that, but I was using the solid state one, and I sort of reached up to adjust the oscilloscope and my back went. So I'll bring this down here, which is probably not going to be all that useful today. Okay. Now where were we? That's right. So plug this in to here. Yeah, these terminals are pretty disgusting actually. So it could well be something to here. Try and clean that up a bit with the jaws. Now what's it set on? 11.5. Well, that's way too much. So I'll just set this up. Okay, so that's all right. And 4.4 and make that 4 or 5. Yep. Okay, so here we go. And nothing. Oh no, it is working. Yeah. Yeah, it is working, but there's a lot of... It's picking up all the hash. Ah.
So feuding narrowly down, kicks up to eyeball the leader. They will follow the further length and a half, then to Don't Wait for Luck, who gets into a nice position. Hand me down, likewise the fence. A half a length away, one more for Leo, being followed by...
Right. Well, that's... Yeah, it's working, but it's not working very well. Yeah. Okay. Actually, might turn it around a bit. I was facing the wrong direction for that. Yeah, it's not working again. I don't know if it's the battery connections.
Second is feuding. They will follow next of all by Don't Wait for Luck. No changes in the middle stages of the race. Down on you. 700 metres to run as they enter the Charles Street side of the course, and Bedouin Villa, he's had it all his own way out in front. Shows out just over that.
Okay. So we might recap it anyway. And what I've discovered today, I've always known about these, as long as I can remember. Anyway, and yeah, but they also came in yellow, orange and white. And because this is, the wood grain is sort of worn off of this, the only place where it's okay is where the sticky tape is. Down here, this bit of sticky tape, and it looks all right underneath there, but it's in pretty, it's not too bad there, but it's, yeah, it's in pretty so-so condition. And the tuning dial, part of it is actually melted in places, as if, you know, sort of a soldering iron type melt too. It looks a lot better on the camera than it does in real life. Yeah, so this is all scratched and yeah, there's muck on there and everything like that. And actually looks, there's brown on there. Don't know what that is. Looks like something, I don't know. Anyway, let's get it out of the, turn that off. Let's get it out of its hiding hole. I suspect we'll have to, yeah, this has definitely been worked on. There's really horrible solder stuff in there. But I guess it is getting on for 50, well, 68. It's getting on for 60 years old, isn't it? So I might repaint it orange, or I like yellow actually. I like the idea of a yellow one. There are a couple for sale on the internet. They go from anything between, what was it? One of them was $25. This is American, of course. Ow, ow, my back. I hope there's no spiders in here, because I've just seen there's a big spider's web there. Okay, so we might have to desolder some stuff. Oh, okay, yeah. Definitely going to have to desolder. Or maybe not. Depends whether this is going to fit down through here. And no, it doesn't go through the main part of it. Now let's have a look and see how we desolder this. Okay. Yeah, and the coloured ones, like the yellow, yellows go for around about $200. And I couldn't find any orange ones for sale. And yeah, there was a white one, I think, for about $600 or something ridiculous. And does that just sit in? Yeah, that just comes out of there. And how does this come off? Is there a screw or something? There must be something. Yeah, that looks like it just pulls off. So I use my spoons. And we'll see if that just pulls up, which would be useful if this came off for cleaning. This is pretty disgusting down here. I don't think I can get the spoons underneath it. Get one under, obviously. No, that doesn't. Maybe that just pushes through. No. It's going to be a very tricky construction, this, I think. And I can't find anything, any guides to pulling it apart. Oh, okay. So that is all one unit. So that goes down the frequency display down there. And that seems to be connected to the volume control, which I don't know how that goes in there. This is really quite complicated. Can I pull this out enough? No. It's about 5 millimeters to, oh no, there it goes. And we've got, okay. We've got all this gunk here. That's disgusting. Yeah. Would like to get the dial section off to clean it up. Yeah, can I get that up through there? We have a hole, yep. So the wires come up through the circuit board, and then I can definitely desolder the white wire. The black wire, I can probably desolder that. Where's the red wire go? Over to the volume control. And can I get a soldering iron down through there? Not easily. Oh yeah, bit of manipulation. So, right, so I'll write that down, otherwise I'll get the wires back to front. Actually, that's reasonably easy. Or is it? Is that the right? No. No, it's the back one, isn't it? Yeah. My tempting fate. Yeah. Okay. We don't need the soldering iron on 390, so I'll bring that down to 330 or something. That'll do. Let's wait for it to warm up. Ow! My back. Okay. Hello to all those watching. Struggling a little bit with my back this afternoon. I've got a hip problem, and if I move it or anything like that, it's just travels right across the back. And yesterday, of course, I went down to Melbourne on the train, and yeah, some of the train seats are not that comfortable. Okay, so that's going to be that back one. Try not to burn anything here. Okay, one. Still not going to be able to get it out of the cylinder though, by the looks of it. It's a pity they didn't make a cutout for, no, they couldn't have done. Right, let's have a look at the other side. So we've got the other two wires down here. So the white one is at the bottom of the board. So there's Sony written up the top there. So the bottom of the board, and then the black one is the upper one. So we'll do the white one first, and we'll see if we can move it out of the way. So, yeah, that'll do. Then we have to unknot them. No. And the plastic, the wire's just melted. Yeah. Okay. Right, we'll do the black one, and it's probably going to melt as well. And of course is melting, but it's off. Yep. Right. Now, how do we unknot that? Without doing any more damage to it. Okay, that's that loop. Good, and that one. Undo that one. That was the easy part. Actually, that maybe pull that through. Yes. Okay. Pull that through. Now we just have to undo the black and white one. And do the black one first. Good. Right. Undone those three. Pull that through. Might just put a bit of hot snot on it instead of doing the knot. Right, that's that way. Does that get us anywhere? Well, a little bit. Oh, okay. Now, oh. So we've got a little, you definitely won't be able to see that. Oh, you might be able to. But down there, there's a little capacitor. I don't know whether you can, oh, there it is. Yeah, and one of the legs has come off. I don't know whether I did that or not. I can't even see where it goes to. Okay. Did it go across to that white wire? So that goes from, yeah, it's broken off of something. I wonder if it's, it might be the main board actually. Let's put this back in if I possibly can. Bit of a stretch. There we go. Yeah, it must have come off of the main board. These were not designed to be worked on. Yeah. Can I see where it's broken off? I wonder if it's, that is going to be impossible to fix. Someone, is it a 2 something or other, or no, it's a question mark. Why has it got a question mark on it? No, it's a 2. Okay, 2. And where's the aerial on it? On this schematic. That's the tuning gang. Doesn't show where the aerial goes. That's the switch, which goes down to there. That's obvious. Got a resistor across there. C4 0003 3 005. Can't see where that went. Oh, is that it? But it's connecting up to the tuning gang. Okay, we'll work that out afterwards. So let's have a look at these electrolytics. So we've got 4, we've got a shield there. Might be one underneath there. There should be 5 electrolytics. Don't know whether this has been worked on before or not. There's the diode. It's not touching that. Resistors under there. Doesn't look like. Where's the other electrolytic gone? Such a tiny volume switch pot too. So this one is, that's 100. So we'll start there. And can't quite read what the big one is. 6 volts. See, that might be the 200. Yeah, I think that's the 200. That's a 100. That's a 100. And this, I haven't a clue what that is. That's really packed in there tight. Okay. Now, where's the legs on these? Can I see the legs? Okay, so that one goes to that one goes to that one, so it could, the resistor goes to that one, so we'll try this middle one. That one there. Where's my... It's up there. Oh, ow. Right, so these are all the bits and pieces from the amplifier, or more specifically the receiver. It's an Akai 1040 receiver, and one of the channels is out. I've traced it to the main board, or the amplifier board I should say, and it's getting the right voltages on one side. It's sort of, yeah, 29 volts goes into the board, then it splits off to each side, and one side is getting its proper voltages, but the other side is getting way high voltages. And I've pulled the transistors out and checked them, and they're fine. It's not going to melt, is it? Okay. Put a little bit of fresh solder on. We don't need these at the moment. Yep, that's it. We'll wiggle that around just to make sure it's the one we want. Looks like it. Yeah, I think so. Yes, so one side of the board is getting the correct voltages, and the other side is getting voltages that are way high. And I've replaced all the, well, I haven't replaced all the resistors. I've pulled them all out and checked them. I pulled out the Come on. Do you want some flux on there, do you? Yeah, pulled all the transistors out and they're perfectly alright. I've pulled all the resistors out and they're perfectly alright. And yeah, there's just some capacitors on the board, and yeah, and they don't seem to be shorted at all, but I haven't replaced them yet, so it's a mystery as to what's wrong with it. That's it. I really don't want to lift anything on this board. And that is bent over, I think. Aren't you? And the last piece of solder off it. That's better. Yeah. This board is as delicate as walking on eggs. Yeah, that's definitely it. And that's vertical now, I think. Yeah, so that should just push out. And we can perhaps see the other side. What should it, yeah. Watch the plastic posts on this. Come on, melt. Maybe I'll put the soldering up a bit. Okay. So it might be this one over here. Didn't think this would be, I knew this would be tricky, but I thought it would come apart more fully easily, or easier. This solder braid is next to useless because it's so narrow. That's all I could get. Ow, ow. Yeah. Yeah. Japanese girl who sold this board bent all the leads over, didn't she? And it was Japanese girls who did this. They used to pick the girls with the smallest fingers from the villages, and they maybe not quite so in the late 60s, but yeah, they picked the girls with the smallest, nimblest fingers to do these boards. And hoping this is the right one. This is so difficult. Is that better? Yeah. Watching two things at once here. Watching where the soldering iron is in relation to the plastic post. Yeah, that's it. So that side is out. Now, and that side is out, I think. Or did it just go back in again? I think it just went back in again. Yeah, bugger. Okay. That's not that one, is it? It's this one. Come on. There's no wriggle room here. Still not coming out. It's just gone back in again. I'm going to have to trim it off, I think. Going to come out now. Yes. Okay, so our positive goes that way towards that transformer. Okay. And that doesn't look horrible. It's a Rubicon. And that is 100 at 6 volts. That is 1. It's just the 100. Can't be. That's the 10. So this must be the 100. Yeah. Okay. So the new ones are marked with the negative, the old ones are marked with the positive. So pop that in. Yep. And head is probably getting in the way, isn't it? Come on. That's it. And that one is right, I think. A bit more, using the smallest amount of solder. Yeah, that's probably a bit much actually, that one. Yeah, okay. That was the easy one. Yeah. Can I? Not really. I'll just persevere with this, I think. Right, so that is right in the middle of the board. Electrosound. Electrosound. Electroson. Never heard of that brand. Come across lots of Rubicons, but Electrosound or sand. Okay, now I might take a picture of this so I know which way. Ow. Yeah, so I know which way. Don't do that. No. Stupid. Okay. Let's do a picture. Or two. It always happens. Happens. Okay, so looks like, is that the one? Yeah, maybe. Could be those two. I'll turn myself down then. I don't know how the volume came up. Okay. Now, I thought this would be a quick job, and easy. But oh, yeah. So yesterday we had the chat from the volunteer at Melbourne Museum. Having worked there as a curator for a couple of years, before it closed, before they transferred all the staff and offered us overseas swaps and things like that. So I was watching this. Yeah, and we'll try the other one. Yeah, so yeah, he's a volunteer engineer in the sewage pumping station there. So our science museum's called Science Works, and it was the old pumping station building and grounds. It's really nice down there. Yeah, was that it? Yes. Don't know about the other one. And yeah, so it was quite educative. Yeah, that word. Educative. Just trim this one off. Let's make sure we're getting the right thing. Yeah. Okay. And then afterwards we had, oh yes, I was going to say it was quite interesting hearing that museum doesn't actually have very many radios, and most of it is the equipment from a tracking station or something like that. Yeah. Then afterwards we had our usual auction, and one of the people is actually moving house, and he's got a very large workshop at the back of his house, so he's got to clear that out. Hopefully you saw that. I can't see. Is that in focus? Can't tell. Yeah. I'll put my glasses on and I can see the screen, can't I? Come on, focus. Yeah. Don't know whether you can read that or not. San or sun. Yes, so I bought a couple of radios, another Pi, I forgot what it's called now. Anyway, it's one of those early 60s plastic jobbies, one of the slimline ones, and the other radio was a European Philips, but as we took it out to the car, we noticed that it didn't have it. Well, I knew it didn't have a speaker in it, but it was missing a missing a IF can. Oh, ow! Now this is 200 microfarads, and it is almost three times its value. So yeah. Oh, okay. Struggling to, because the screen is sort of 90 degrees from where I seated. Yeah. And the camera is sort of directly opposite, so the screen is over there. Yeah. Picked us round a bit more. Okay, so now the next one, we'll pull out that small one next, I think, or maybe the other big one. So I'll just take another photo and get this to sit. No. Right. Good. Ow. Ow. Yeah, so I'd take these 100 out first. And yeah, so the IF can looks as though it takes up that space there. So to that side, and I can't see any electrolytics inside the rest of it over this side. Yeah. So I don't know what the schematic is saying, whether it's a I'm just checking where the connections are for this electrolytic here. I think it's those two. Is it? Must be. So we've got that one. That one and that one, so it must be over here. Must be that one there. And where this black wire goes to. So I'll have a look on the schematic. So we're looking at, is that a 100 down there, or can't, yeah, that's 100. So might be this one here, or this, well, it can't be that one, because that goes across to the aerial. Beginning to think this is not the right schematic. T1, T2, yeah. All right. So we'll do, no, can't see the, so it must be those, that one there, at least. maybe that one with the black wire attached to it, and that goes down to the aerial. This, where's the aerial connect? Oh. These, I mean, they simplify these schematics down. Panasonic did the same thing, or National did the same thing. They just had these things, but they didn't have any of the aerial connections or the or other things on the. This one's got the battery and the speaker at least. But where does, I mean, the aerial's got to come in somewhere around here, hasn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that one 1 microfarad at 3 volts. That goes to the center wiper. The volume control. So that one might be up inside here. Oh, no, it's not. So that goes to that yellow wire. And what's that green cap there? Over. Oh yeah. 1/3. It's got a plus on it. 1/3. Yeah, 3. So that could be the 1 microfarad one there. Okay, let's get on with this one. So is that I've lost it. Yeah, it's got to be this one. And is it that one? So we'll do this first. Wiggle it around and see if we can see where the other side of it is. I think it's where that black wire is. Yeah. Some of these have so much solder on them. Yeah, that's clear. Okay. So bend that up. It'll go up. No, it's still stuck to the board. So we can get underneath it. That's it. Okay. Can we jiggle it around? Yes, that's it. That's the top one. So down. I don't do that. I think it's easier to work on SMD stuff than this. Why aren't you moving anymore? Oh, there. So it's a side to side. And I'll push that down. So okay. Right, oh no, I see. So it's directly down that way. So it's this one here. So it's that one there. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to pull any traces off of this. Otherwise, yeah, it won't be pretty in the end. So we'll try and avoid that. Come out. Here we go. Yeah, it was that way. So yeah, got a photo of that, so that's all right. Now, just curious as to these Rubicon ones. Not Rubicon, are they? Oh. It might have been me. They're not Rubicons, they're Ruby Oons. Ruby OON. C not measured, ESR greater than 40. Yeah. Wow. So I think that one's dead. And what's the other one like? Wow, 240. Yeah. I think these need changing somehow. Now, I wonder if it worked at all. Now this one is directly in line with that one. So, should be these two. That one. Do that one first. Let's see. We can jiggle it around. A jiggle in a cup. Maybe it's that one. Can't be that one. Wonder what happened to that ad. I can't find it anywhere. A jiggle in a cup, a dangle in a pot. With Lipton tea you get the lot. I suppose these days people would take offence at such lines. Especially on radio, where you couldn't see them. There was a tea bag ad. People are so squeamish these days. Take the wrong meaning of everything. Come on. A lot of solder on this here. Well, there's three things, that's why. Okay. That's hot. So that must be it. It's not moving. Come on. Ow! Yeah. And they're all crossed over each other. So I'd use a bit of force on that. Ooh, that's really hot. So it's going to be one of these three, that's for sure. I can't actually move it. Yeah, that's the one. Ow, ow, ooh, gee, that's hot. So this one is out. Maybe. There's them. So it's got to go. So it's that one over there. Okay. A lot of solder on that one too. Mr. Sony would not have been happy. Although, forgotten his name now. The guy who, well, there was two guys who founded Sony. One was the brains, or the technical person, and the other one was more of a financial person, I think, if I remember the book that he wrote. I haven't read it for about 30, maybe 20 years or something. Yeah, their first products were a rice cooker, which burnt the rice, so they gave up on that, and an electric blanket which caught fire. Then they decided to do the tape recorders and the radio conversion things. Yeah, that was almost off then. Right. Hopefully this is the right one. It's still, oh, that's hot. Try bending that up a bit, and then I'll trim it off. And we can start putting them back in again. Oh, careful, careful. The track, that's really loose, but only when it's hot. So I'm going to have a drink in a moment. But you learn from your mistakes, don't you? So the rice cooker and the, is that it? No, yeah, that is it. So this one, the negative goes this way because the positive goes that way. So we'll try and get this out. Yeah, we've got some solder on these leads. No, don't go back in again. And okay, you're going to come out now. So can't sort of force that. There we go. So yeah. Okay. So this was a 10. That's the 100, isn't it? That's 100. Just the 10. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that goes down in there. And, oh, ow! Yeah, it's fine as long as I don't move. But I'm going to have to go and get a drink. So, and it's 5:30 already. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Okay. All right. Okay, back in a moment. If I can stand up. Yep. Okay. Right, I'm back. So, so this is the amplifier board, and it's actually 1-to-1 scale. So yeah, the 29 volts comes in here, and yeah, it's distributed either side. So, and as I said, I've pulled all the transistors out. They check out fine. I've pulled all the resistors and they check out fine. So I really don't know what's wrong with that. I haven't checked the yeah, there's a diode in there too, and that's fine. And yeah, so the next step will be to change the capacitors in it. But I don't usually do that until I've got it working. Or at least know what's wrong with it. So okay, so let's solder this one in. This is really hard because the top of the radio is obviously round and it doesn't want to sit. Okay, good. Pretty sure I've got that the right way around. I'll just have a look on the phone just to see. Not that. Yeah, so the positive was out. So positive was out, and which way have we got it? No. We've got negative in. Yeah, so positive was out, negative's in. Yeah, very confusing. So we'll do the 100. And so that was positive to the back. Yeah, positive to the back. And that was 100. It's going to be, is this the 100? Yep. So positive to the back. Positive to that capacitor, I should say. Positive to that capacitor. So negative will be that way. How can I do this where I won't burn everything? That's the way. Don't roll away. Turn all these off. Yeah, and the last one was the 10, wasn't it? Yeah. And I didn't take a picture, did I? Oh, bugger. Thought I'd taken a picture of it. That is out. And that one is, yeah. So they're right. And which way did this go? So maybe that way. I have to bend the leads on this a bit close together. Come on. So we'll just put this in and then we'll test it and see if I've got it right. I'll just tack this one in. And these slightly so. It doesn't fall out. And we'll put solder in temporarily. Oh, well, that's permanent. Well, it's not permanent, but yeah, it's a bit more solid than I wanted, but okay. So that's not it, is it? Now I know I took photos of the wiring, but they're not on here. There's only one which shows the red wire. So what's happened there? Red wire goes to that one, and oh, that's right, the other red wire went down there, didn't it? So we'll do that. That's the switch. I'm sure I took photos of the wiring. There's only 3 photos on there. Anyway, so yes, I really want to. Actually, we can take this out, can't we? So it might be. Yeah, I want to respray this because it's looking very, very tatty. I do, one of the maybe yellow or something like that. I'm sure the original bodies were yellow, orange and white and the brown, but so we'll tack these back on again somehow or another. Going to stay there? No. Going to have to put some more solder on that wire. That's it. And I think they were down the bottom somewhere, weren't they? Yeah, one of them was there. And the other one was next to it, wasn't it? So I think it was there. Careful. Okay, that'll do. And there could be 3 mistakes here. Those 2 wires could be swapped. The capacitor could be in the wrong way around. Right. Not a sausage. Oh no.
Have a great night, everybody. Sky Radio Service will take you through the rest of your evening. I'll join you tomorrow from midday. About how a business loan from On Deck can assist your small business. Meet Fernando, the mastermind behind a booming construction management company. I needed $47,000 to get new equipment and grow my business. And just 2 hours, On Deck had the money in my account. So good. Visit On Deck. Business loans can be approved and in your account within 2 hours, like Fernando. Visit On Deck now. On Deck. T's and C's apply. All loans are subject to lender approval. Country Racing Hour. Chats for the leading trainers and jockeys from around the country every Tuesday from 9:30 on Giddy Up with Gareth Hall.
Now that is only on 2.
Live on the RSN network, streaming live on rsn.net.au and on the all-new RSN app. This is RSN Race Night. Precious Bell in his second pitch has the inside of the back row. Cloud Bellalucci inside of the back row, the second pick, they're ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to see if I've got another speaker. This one has got a big rip in it. Yeah, I've got all these speakers and a whole bunch of other ones as well. I don't know whether that's the right size. Out of a computer. No, that's going to be too small, isn't it? One of these maybe. Yeah. Oh, I can't stand that. That is really awful. That racing, that's just that horrible monotonous, monotone race calling. It's out of a telephone or something, isn't it? Can't remember what that was out of. Yeah, the problem with new speakers is that they've got the wrong size magnet and they don't actually fit in anything. So this looks like a, actually that's 32 ohms, that's no good. These are 8 ohm ones. Again out of a computer. Yeah. There's this one actually. No, that's a small one again. Okay. Is this the right size? Yes. Perfect. So, we'll unsolder this. One solder. Yep. Okay. I mean, these never sounded very good anyway, with these little tiny speakers. Put some flux on that speaker. The speaker terminals. Yeah. Yeah, where is it? Oh, it's underneath the... We've got two of those solder things. Where's the other one? It's in the dish. Where's the dish? Where's my magnetic dish gone? Okay, let's pull this off here. Here's this one. Come on. Hole in this one? Yeah. Yep. Don't bend on me. Come on. Way. It's getting hot as usual. Is that it? Oh yeah, okay. Good. Now we'll move this around. Probably have to disconnect these, I think. Yeah, this is in for a thorough clean. Yeah, it's a pity that I have to. Yeah, it's badly soldered onto there. Not original, but someone's been at this. Huge blob of solder on here. So this may not even be the original speaker, although they did use Pioneer speakers. This looks original. Yeah. So, yeah. You can see the great big blob of solder onto that. Ow, that's still hot. Ow, ow, ow. Why is that so hot? That's the original one. That side. And yeah, and that's been resoldered that. But it's an unusual magnet too. If you look at the profile of it, it's bigger, smaller at the base than at the back. I haven't seen one like that before. But it's got that big rip down through there when I opened it up. So yeah, which is a bit real pity. Okay, this one's higher rated too. It's 0.25 watts, and that was only 0.15. Okay. So this didn't have a earphone socket on them, which is pretty unusual for a radio back in 1968, especially a little transistor like this. These were designed as executive toys, I guess. They were designed to go on the desktop. That's where I've seen all the photos of them in the catalogues. Okay. Actually, no. That's the power. Going through here. So maybe, yeah, the person who did this just decided they didn't want the to thread the wire through to the radio itself and just put it in the speaker, which I guess is legitimate. That's better. Looks more like new now. So we'll connect the power up and we'll check that it's still working. Pretty sure it is. And that'll be the end of the stream tonight, because I've got to take this completely apart and clean it. And maybe, yeah, and then, yeah.
The gate rules for race number 1 of for Rockham at $2.70. Azura High at 6.3.
Yeah, that's ear-piercingly loud. Although it should sound better when it's attached to this and it's in its cylinder. In fact, I might try that. So that went like that. And this went like, come on, it's the wires. Maybe that side, yeah. So that went like that. And don't know how we're going to do this. Have to thread them down through the cylinder, I guess. Yeah, so is that going to go in there? Probably not. Oh yeah. No. Get a bit of an idea how it sounds though. Oh yeah. So that's like that. No. Can't do that. Easily anyway. Should we attach that to there? Hopefully it'll get through all that crud. Yeah, that's better. So let's try it now.
162 Rockham at 241.20 Blue Suede Rocker and 2 rolling bonus to Richmond for the second. All over the box is Eva Mercedes, race number 2, number 1 with the late scratch. And the favourite 4, Sneaky Jade, is 175 into the first favourite, it's $1.50. 2 taken out round the deputy time,
Yeah.
no support, 6.550 out to $8. 6 no brothers, another deputy time, 7's out to $8.50 at 8 Glimmer Girl.
Okay. So it still sounds pretty awful, but it's a little transistor radio. Yeah. Okay. Oh, ooh, ow, my back. Okay. So that's the end of the stream for this week. Bit of a false start. I don't know what YouTube is doing last few months. Everything seems I've lost a lot of my thumbnails and things like that, so I've had to re-upload them, and yeah, and yeah, just thought that 4 o'clock was actually 5 past 4, so I don't know what was going on there. Okay, so thanks for watching and everything like that. I'm trying to stand up here. I'm not having much success. Okay. Actually, before I finish up, look at that 10 microfarad capacitor. I'm just really curious. This is another E-Bond SAN, or Sun, S-O-N. $28. and it's a 10, so that's 3 times what it should be. Okay. So, okay, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week with a bit of luck. If my back doesn't absolutely give out completely, that is. Oh, ow. Okay. Bye.